Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube video. Thyna here. Today we're doing like one of my favorite videos ever. It's like the sexiest thing about a partner. What you find the most attractive about your partner and what you should find most attractive, because we're going to share the similar thing we found attractive about each other when we first met each other, and then I'll say like 3 things I found attractive about him, and he's gonna say like 3 things he found attractive about me, because it's so important. Like, you need to be attracted to the person that you finally marry, and then this is also another way that people can become more attractive people. You know what should make you attractive. You need to be knowledgeable about these things. So number 1 of what we both find attractive about each other. Honey, did you introduce yourself? I don't think you did.
My name is 24 Elders, and I'm married to Thyna, the most beautiful girl in the whole world. Look at her, just look at her. She's a queen, isn't it?
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Being godly. Who's going first?
I'm gonna go first. I really liked and still do love how you are such a child of God.
I love your eyes.
Thank you. So I like how you're such a child of God. Like, the way you serve God makes you a better partner. It makes you serve me even better. Yes, it makes you such a caring person. And like, the more you serve, no matter where you serve, right, the more you are a serving person. Now, if you are serving God, there's a reward for your act, there's a reward for your service, there's a reward for your giving of your time, and that's something that I really value. Like, I can't even marry an unbeliever that will just be thinking of themselves. No, I like the fact that you think about me, and that's as a result of how godly you are. See how I'm talking, like, I don't fear anybody. The way you are godly is number 1 on my list. Okay, honey, let's hear from you.
That's number 1 on my list as well. Of course, godly. I remember when we first met and I was asking you, so what do you do? I know you do music, so what kind of music do you do? And she was like, I do gospel music. I said, like, only Jesus music? She said, yes. I just found that so attractive. I'm like, yes. This is someone that is fully
honey, we've actually talked about this thing. There's so many people who do godly music also.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're godly. Yeah, I know. That was like the first thing I had to hear to let me know that this person, for her to actually say solely she's only doing gospel music, she's not doing any other genre, that means you've actually dedicated your talent to God. And I wanted to know her more. So that pulled me to her. I found her attractive, and then when I got to know her more, we began to discuss more, and I began to see the light when she speaks. The things she say, I know that this person is really deep in God's word, and our words are so full of faith, so full of convictions, so full of positivities, life, breath of life, so everything is just coming out of our words, and I know that that's the number 1. Of course, I first of all saw a beautiful girl, but I had to know whether she is godly, and this was the way when we started to speak. So the way you speak, your words are so full of life. Like, literally, I was seeing things and so many areas in my life that I had to begin to work on because of the way that you speak. And you talk about growth, studying the Bible, doing devotional. I know I was one that began devotionals with you, but anytime it comes to godly things, you don't take it lightly. You take it with your whole heart. I remember the times when we were praying, I would be distracted, but the way that you take it seriously is just mind-blowing. So I love the fact that you're godly. Yes, that's the number 1 thing.
Aww.
It's deeper than that. It's a lot more. Cause
like, being a child of God is what makes us who we are. It's what makes us a better person. I'm so happy that you are saved, because imagine having all these nice looks and I
believe my wife being saved also made her have a lot of spiritual values.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of fruit of the spirit as well.
That reminds me, when we were dating, I saw a tweet. Someone said, if you're in a long distance relationship, the person in Lagos is cheating. So I sent the tweet to my husband. He had never met me, so I sent him this tweet like a joke. He now said, this is not a joke, you can never cheat. Like, he never met me. How was he so certain that I'd never cheat on him? Now, I think there are 2 things that made you think I wouldn't cheat on you in a long distance relationship. 1 was because of how you know that I serve God and how I don't take all these things so lightly. Number 2 is the fact that every time you call me, I'm I'm actually home. Like, you never call that I say I'm outside, sorry, I can't pick. Like,
You always
I'm
pick.
always home because
Yeah.
I'm a homebody. Like, that's why I'm not even feeling all the things people are talking about the UK. Like,
That's fine. That's
because
fine.
of how
Yeah.
much of a homebody I am. Like, let me let you speak on it.
Yeah, that's true, because someone that always picks your call and they're always home. You literally just know their whereabouts every time. So I definitely know that this person is not running about going to do things around. I just knew. Apart from me having that conviction in my heart that she's a godly person, and she's not those kind of people that post is talking about, saying the person that's in Lagos is cheating. That's nah. I just knew there's a way that as a child of God as well. You have your spirit and you can be able to discern that this person is actually very truthful, and they are faithful, and they are godly, and they are loyal. It's a way you can just know even before you meet them face to face. So that way I had my own spiritual conviction, and also have been in the same place every time. Being at home, resting, sleeping, doing our work, studying the Bible, we doing devotional, we doing prayers online, on the phone, we speaking in tongues. All these things, all these values made me know that this is a godly person and I want to be with her. And it didn't even stop there. When we met face to face, I was able to feel the fire. There was a time that my wife was giving testimony about how we used to pray online, and it used to feel like I was there in the room with her. Same way I used to feel that whenever we pray, like she's there. So it was very real. And then when we came face to face to now pray, the fire was unquenchable. So this way I knew that this is a godly girl and I want to be with her. Yeah, so you being in Christ, it made you have a lot of values that was seen already from the way that you behave, from the way that you speak. Yeah, I keep emphasizing speaking because she's a very vocal person. So literally within few sentences you can be able to tell that this is a godly girl.
Yeah, what's quite interesting is I wasn't born like this. I was born a phlegmatic.
That's really, really hard to believe.
Yeah, honey. When I share my story as a child, you can tell that I was quite phlegmatic as a child. Like, I was bullied. People would be giving me suspension. They'll tell me they give me 1 week suspension. They won't talk to me. That kind of energy from neighbors, from schoolmates. So it sort of made me to look at myself and value my own self, value my own company. So I remember when we were dating, you were always saying I should try and reply you. I should try and text you back because I find absolute enjoyment in solitude. Because of what I experienced, it made me a more tougher person. It made me be more serious with my life. Like, yo, don't play with me. You get?
So literally your experience.
My experience is what changed my personality, my temperament. So I moved from being a phlegmatic to being a choleric. Now I don't have everything a choleric. I'm still a cold phleg, honey. I still love to be home. I still love to cook. I still love to love. There's still phlegmatic in me, so it makes me cry when I see movies. It touches me, all those things. Yeah, but I'm quite a straightforward person, and I think that's another thing my husband found attractive about me. Like, if I say
that was going to be another point.
Okay,
but yeah, second point is because she's a very straightforward person. When she says this, that's how it's gonna be. So she's very vocal in that area. So I find that really attractive about my wife. She has a strong personality that, this is her decision, this is her decision. Nobody can shake it, nobody can change it. She says she's not gonna do this, she's not gonna do this.
I think, I was more like that when we're dating, but I feel like when we got married, I sort of like watered down that thing where when I want to do something, I first ask you first, like, honey, can I do it? Can I go? Can I do?
No, but that's different. I'm talking about you as a person.
As a person,
the way that
yes.
you deal with people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course, when it comes to me and you, there's exceptions here. So that's another thing I find attractive about my wife, because I can entirely trust her with the whole of my heart. I can literally, in fact, my heart is right now is fully open to her. It makes me more vulnerable to be able to open to her, because I know that she is able to keep everything I've told her. She's a faithful person, faithful to the very core. Like this girl here, tell her that I don't want boys to know this, she will actually keep it. So she's very trustworthy and straightforward. So I really find that attractive, because we really need that as men. You need that in a partner, even as women as well. You need that in a partner, because your partner has to be your close friend. Yes. That you can tell anything and you believe that your secrets are safe with them. So I really love that about my wife. Well done for being that. Well done.
Thank you, honey. For me, one thing I really find attractive about you is how it used to be annoying, but let me say it. Your voice is actually so like calm, like on video call. You used to be annoying. Like you used to speak so low. I'll be turning my phone to the loudest. I will hear you. Say what I can hear.
Okay, so now you like it.
I like it because now we're living together. Like, you never make noise. Do you get? I like peace and quietness in my house. Some people, when their husbands are on the phone, hello, you be hearing the bass and everything, all that kind of noise. I find it attractive that you're quite a gentle person. Of course, opposites attract. I'm not a gentle person. When I want to give my expression or anything, I'm like loud and everything, and it's so cute. Like, you never judge me, and it makes me so happy. That's why I love it.
That's why I really love her, because that temperament that she's crossing to, which is choleric, is something that I really need in her partner. So you having that choleric temperament, you know that this is what you want and this is how you want it.
Yeah,
I like it. You're very definitive in your decisions as well, and you're very, very like sure about your decision.
Yeah, and that's one thing I just remembered. Like, I want to encourage women who have strong personalities. Like, having a strong personality is not to use against your partner, but to use for them. If you're a woman with a strong personality, I want to tell you today, you're going to marry a man with a soft personality. It's just how life is. Opposites attract. So because I have a strong personality and my husband is soft, I'm not using it against him, I'm using it for him. I'm not attacking him, I'm not fighting him based on he did something, he kept this thing here, because people who are quite laid back, they have their own shortcomings. Sometimes they procrastinate, sometimes all those things.
I've gotten better because we exchange.
Yeah, I'm not telling him to change this thing or change that thing or fight him. I'm basically loving him through it. So if you have a strong personality as a woman, you will attract a man that has a soft personality.
And to add to that, that's why it's really important to marry different temperaments, because you're able to exchange. Like me and my wife now, we're exchanging some things. Like me now, when it comes to my decision making, like I am boom 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 now, because I'm learning from, I'm seeing it. And even her as well, she's learning from me on how to be sometimes just gentle, be quiet.
Yeah.
And don't respond.
Honey, like, is there one profound thing that you think I've learned from you that it's obvious from when we got married to now?
I believe it's the way you deal with people. You're more you take people in now. Before you didn't used to do that.
Everybody outside.
Push people away. Yeah. So you're more open to people, like you love people more.
Yeah, I hug. Today I found myself hugging in church. I'm like, who is this person?
You used to be anti-hug.
I used to be anti-hug. Don't hug me.
Even I began to do that. I began to be like, I don't want to hug anybody. Honestly, yeah.
So I learned how to hug more, laugh more with my husband.
Be soft,
Another thing you found attractive about me.
Another thing, I can't really pull this one aside. No, I can't. It's her beauty. It's her beauty for men. That's very important. For men, your wife has to be beautiful. My wife is so beautiful, and I love it about her. Some people are beautiful, but they don't even know how to maintain it. They don't know how to dress. She can dress. She dresses so good. Like, she knows how to combine clothes together, and she's very resourceful with the way that she buys her clothes and all the materials that she uses to add to to garnish her beauty.
So my days.
Not only is she beautiful, but she has sense. She has sense and knows how to even maintain her beauty. And I love that so much about her. Like, you can't ever catch Thyna not beautiful.
Aww.
She's naturally beautiful.
Honey.
I love that beauty. I love that beauty. I can't do without that beauty. I love that my wife is beautiful. I find her attractive every day. And not only is she beautiful, she's so endowed.
Honey, please.
You gotta figure it. For men, you really need that. Yeah. So even when you're having a bad day, maybe something is happening, and your wife just walks in front of you. Your head is gonna scatter. So it's really important for me. So that's the third thing that I find attractive about my girl, her beauty, both inward and outward.
Last thing I like about my husband is his sense of humor, actually. Like,
I
didn't see it coming as well, but I think it's such an important thing, because people think when people are introverted, like my husband, or phlegmatic, they are not funny. They are funny. 24 is funny. He used to kill me. He used to kill me with laughter. He kills me, and I really love that. I remember how when we were in the hospital, thinking that book I took to the hospital, 7 Things I Badly Want to Tell Women. That book, my husband took the book and he placed the book beside his face. It was PK's face. It was not like, this is how big men laugh, this is how rich men laugh. I was in the hospital. I didn't expect believe that. I was just laughing, and then he was saying how this is how he'll be laughing very soon. He's learning to laugh because he's gonna be a big man. Like things like that, they are so basic. Like if you were not in the frame of mind that I was in, which was like going through cesarean section and everything that happened, you probably won't find it funny. But at that time, I was like, yikes, who is this person? So yeah, I really appreciate it. One more thing is, I like how you're actually homely. I think that's the phlegmatic part of you. Like you know how to take care of the house.
Okay, so you like the way I'm homely?
Yeah, I like the way.
Yeah, you know, let me speak on that as well. I like to do things at home. I really like it's my passion. Honestly, I just love it. I don't complain when I do it. I don't get tired like when I clean the house. I don't get tired when I wash the bathroom. You know, all those things. I like to do it. I like where I live is sparkling and neat. So I think that's been something that I have naturally normally. And my wife finds it attractive. I'm like, how can this be an attraction? I'm like, okay, that's a plus for me because I love doing it anyway. So that's good. In addition to the things I like about my wife, I like her personal hygiene as well. So she's always clean. She has no smell.
Honey.
No odor. I'm serious.
Even when I have my
breath
period.
her breath doesn't smell. It's always always kissable. And she doesn't have any odor. You know, she always smells good, and I love that about you. Well done. It's a hard work because normally human beings we emit some odor and some things. Exactly, some toxins. But she knows how to take care of herself. You know, of course she's a personal hygiene expert. So I'm married to that, and I really love that. I enjoy that. So well done, honey. But I just want to add one more thing. I love and I find so attractive that you can cook. She's a great cook. Look at me, I'm out of the way, innit?
This guy's always fasting. There will be nice meals in the pot.
Yeah, probably the reason why I might look like I'm not so it's because I fast.
Yeah, he fasts. Like imagine cooking like ogbono soup with Titus fish, smoked prawns. Or more Bobo Tigbo, he'll say he's fasting.
Should be cooking Nkobi. We're in the UK. Where do you find? You can't find Nkobi in this land. Come to our house if you want to eat Nkobi, the best one. Honestly, I really love that. I find that attractive because I don't like to cook, and it's the same with me. Me loving to clean. She loves to cook as well, so it's like the thing that I find attractive about her. She doesn't even have to extra work on because she already has it naturally. So well done for being such a good cook. I enjoy that. Imagine I'm gonna enjoy this for the rest of my life. Wow. I can't believe that. Yeah,
I feel like you're not even used to it, that you actually live with a good cook. Because sometimes it's like, if I offer that we have Indomie, my husband won't even mind. Because it's like
anything you cook is gonna be sweet. Ordinary Indomie. If I cook Indomie, it's gonna just be I'll use the same seasoning in the noodles. I won't even add any other thing, but she's going to make it nice, put some fish, put some you're a gem.
Thank you. Yeah, so these are the things we find attractive about each other. The sexiest thing I find attractive about my husband is the fact that he has God and all these attributes are added onto it.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. Because I'm a better wife because I'm a better Christian. And that's something that, we don't take for granted. That's the sexiest thing in a partner.
And that brings me to, saying that, when you're looking for a partner, that should be the first thing to look at.
Yeah.
And you can always know, because I've heard people, in fact, I've seen on your pages for wifey where people are asking you questions like, how do you know that this person I'm going out with is a godly person? You can always know. Because after you know this, and then all these other attributes can then come in, because you don't want to fall in love with their generosity, for example, and they don't have God. You're gonna be all in before you know it. You're not going to be with someone that's godly. So it's very important to place that above. I saw my wife, she's very beautiful. This is a fine girl, you get me? But I was like, I need to know whether she's got God. Then we can move on from there. And then I asked the question, she said she's born again. And I knew as well that she's born again. I saw the fruit. The way you can know someone is born again is the fruit. The fruit and the values. And then your spirit will convince you as well that this person is a child of God.
Thank you, honey. So we've come to the end of this video. Time to go and give this guy some loving. Yeah, we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.